The new Taylor Swift album came out. Why is that so good? I miss that feeling of doing things that I love. I don't want that scene in this draft. Hi. Oh my gosh. Listen, I know what I said in my October plans, October goals video, okay? I know what I said. But of course, as always, when I'm working, things haven't quite been going as planned, you know, as I had hoped. So anyway, today is Saturday. It's October 22nd. It's my cousin's birthday today. It's also my parents' dog's birthday. So I'm gonna be leaving shortly. I need to go to my cousin's place for the evening. I'll be back tomorrow around maybe noon. So let me get you a little bit caught up with what's happened in the last 21 days of October. I have not, like, I had every intention. You know my intentions. My intentions are always good. I had every intention of vlogging as much as possible, but I don't even know. I don't know. But vlogging did not happen. Also, writing has not yet happened. Preptober has not yet happened. A little bit of Inktober happened. I have fallen off that as well. I'll show you a little bit later what I've done so far. I think I have 5 of them done. So the first 5, you know, October started out not too bad, but things have fallen off. So here we are. As far as Ben work, I have not, have I done any writing? I don't think I've done any writing, but I do intend to do a bunch of writing tomorrow morning. Also tomorrow, I really want to print out my script like I was talking about in my video. I need to print out that script that I wrote back in school. I need to read over that and make some notes and work on my Preptober outline for, you know, my November story. So that's all happening tomorrow. There's a lot happening tomorrow. I'm just saving everything for tomorrow because I don't work. Anyway, what else has happened? I mean, I've basically just been working. Just a whole lot of work. Oh, I have been listening. The new Taylor Swift album came out and I have been listening to that basically all morning. And so for anyone who cares, I'm gonna let you know what some of my favorites are. I obviously really like Anti-Hero. I liked Glitch a lot. Bigger Than the Whole Sky. Bigger Than the Whole Sky is definitely one of my favorites. I liked Karma. I like Sweet Nothing a lot. Lavender Haze is really good. You're on Your Own, Kid. Midnight Rain. But I think if I had to choose right now what my favorite song is, it's probably Bigger Than the Whole Sky. So yeah, update is nothing has happened on the Ben front, nothing has happened on the Preptober front, a little bit of Inktober. The one goal I have been able to keep up with so far is my 31 movies in October, so I'm a little bit behind, I'm a couple movies behind, but I do feel pretty good about reaching my movie watching goal. That is just because that one's easy, you know, as far as the amount of work that I need to put in. So before I go, I did want to mention, I've been thinking about the fact that I'm not gonna finish Ben by November 1st. And so I've been trying to decide if I want to just continue working on Ben in November or if I want to take a break from Ben and just focus on the horror novella in November. I mean, again, I'll still be working, so I don't even know how much of the novella I would get done. I don't know. Or should I be working on both at the same time? I still haven't even done my NaNoWriMo announcement thing. I haven't done anything yet. I just feel so out of sorts. I feel so disorganized. I'm not ready, you know? Like I'm not ready. A part of me does just want to continue working on Ben through November whenever I can, but also work on the horror novella, like as my official NaNoWriMo novel. I don't know, I'll figure it out and then I'll let you know.
This is for my day ones. Don't forget the ones I made, yeah. Deep side sweating out flavor. This is for my day ones. Showed up day one before the glow up. Izquierda pa' derecha, dale bien pa' acá. Yo quiero que tú bailes, dale sin parar. Todo mundo, hey, quiero vacilar. Shake it, and I'll throw it right back. Ooh, take it back to when nobody used to know me. Lights down low, I was just chilling with my homies. Now that we're popping, everybody is talking. This is for my day ones. Don't forget the ones I made, yeah.
So if you watched my last vlog, I mentioned how I don't love filming at night in my apartment just because I feel like this camera isn't very good with low light. I was thinking about that. I'm like, I'm only gonna be able to film at night the next couple weeks especially because it's just night all the time now. And when I get home from work, it's always dark. So I was thinking about that, and then I remembered that I have a ring light. I've had a ring light since 2019, and I just never use it. So I pulled it out tonight. Let me know what you think. It feels like a lot. It's definitely a lot of light. It doesn't really, it kind of ruins the vibe. It ruins the low light glowy vibe, but it's better for the camera. So that's what we're gonna do. Anyway, today I am so exhausted, and I feel like I'm at that point where I've passed being exhausted, that like I'm energized again. Like this isn't even second wind. This is like fourth wind, okay? I am just so tired. I maybe got 3 hours of sleep yesterday. It was a long day today. We're on the road tomorrow. It's about, I don't know, what day is it today? Today's Wednesday. It's October 26th. It's almost the end of the month. Look, I posted that October goals video, okay? I know what my goals were. I know what I said. I really wanted to get a lot of creative work done, but it's just, I need to be a little bit more realistic about how much I can get done while I'm working. It's just, as much as I want to, I just can't. I can't do all of the things. I do want to work on getting better at time management. I mean, it's like, it's not so much time management. It's more of an energy thing too. Like I just don't have the energy. But I do want to work on that a bit and try to maintain some sort of creative life while I'm working, because I need it. I miss it, and it makes me sad. It makes me sad when I'm not working on Ben or my secret project or YouTube things. Like I love doing all of that. I love that part of my life, and I really want to just incorporate it more into my everyday life while I'm working, because I do need to work for months at a time, because rent is due. Clearly, I have not been doing a very good job of vlogging, so my goal of trying to get 2 vlogs up in October isn't quite working. As far as Inktober goes, I think I did the first 5 days, although one of them I didn't really complete, and I just haven't picked it up since then. So here's my Inktober sketchbook, Inktober 2022. You guys already saw my gargoyle, the first prompt. The second prompt was scurry, so I drew a spider. The next prompt was bat, and I drew this bat from a reference photo. Day 4 was scallop. This is the one that I did not finish. I started it, did not finish it, but basically I just did like a scallop pattern, so it's like a scallop wallpaper. And the last one I did, day 5, I really liked it when I first started it, but then as soon as I went to ink it, I ruined it, and then I just haven't been able to really pick it up since. But the last one was flame, and I decided to go with kind of a twin flame vibe, and I incorporated flame fire colors into their hair. So that's that. Honestly, if I wasn't working this month, I just need to make a rule where like I don't work during the month of October. Like if I could just not work October, November, December, if I could just not work for the last 3 months of the year, that would be ideal, because this would have been so much fun to actually do every day, to have time and energy to do it every day. The first couple of days were so much fun. So then as far as Ben work, I have not written. Have I written this month? I have opened the document and I have read over things. I've been thinking about it. I actually went and added a few notes. That is something I did this month. I went and added a few notes into my world of story and my character profiles. So I did add some things, and I did technically work on it a little bit. But as far as writing goes, I did not do any actual writing of the book. So that's Inktober and Bentober. Now for Preptober. I have not read over the script. I have not made any notes for the story. I've briefly thought about it here and there, but mostly it's just like not really been on my mind. I haven't really done any of that. So what I'm gonna do tonight, okay, it's 11. It's past 11. I need to be up at 5 a.m. tomorrow to be at work for 6:30 a.m. Tonight I am going to find the script. I want to say I just have it on my laptop, but it might be on an old hard drive. So I'm going to find the script and I'm going to print it out. That's my mini goal for tonight, is just to do that. I'm excited. I definitely haven't read it in a long time, and I haven't worked on it in a long time. I think, when did I write it? It would have been 2015, 2014, 2015. Wait, I think I found it. I'm gonna print it out, and Yeah. Hello. So today is Sunday. It's October 30th. We are basically at the end of Preptober, and I've done next to nothing. So what I decided to do today, because usually most weekends all I do is sleep in and try to recover from the week. So today I've decided I want to be as productive as possible because I miss it. I miss that feeling of doing things that I love. So I decided today is going to be a day where I kind of fill it doing as much of the things that I love as possible. And the things that I love are writing Ben and getting ready for Preptober, you know, and also watching horror movies, but we'll see. We'll see how many of those I get through today. And also a lot of cleaning. The game plan is I want to either work on writing Ben or Preptober stuff for my NaNoWriMo novel. I want to do that for at least like 30 to 45 minutes and then take a break. And during my breaks, I'm going to be cleaning my apartment. That's the plan. I'm very excited about this plan. I love cleaning. I miss working on Ben. I'm very excited to work on NaNoWriMo novel stuff. So yeah, basically what I want to do is start my day at 9:15. It's 8:53, so I'm going to finish eating, and essentially once I'm finished eating, I'm going to get right into work for the day. And then I have dinner at my parents' place around 5:30, so I will end my day today, my work day, at 5. I really miss feeling in control of things. I've just been feeling so not in control of my life since I started working, and today feels like a day where I can really get in control of my life and the things I want to do. So I'm gonna take full advantage of that, and yeah. All right, that breakfast was so delicious, and I'm so grateful to myself for making it for myself. Okay, so I have about 2 minutes before I technically have to get started on my first creative productivity session of the day. I think I've decided I'm going to start with just a 30-minute sort of sprint just to get back into things because it has been a while since I've done any significant creative work. And I've decided to start with drafting Ben. So where am I at? Where have I left off? So currently I am on scene 2 of chapter 18. If I get at least 2 scenes done today, I'd be happy. That would be so good. So that's what we're working on. As far as word count, we're at 98,694. I feel like finishing chapter 18 would put me over 100K. So we'll see. All right, we're getting started for the day. 30-minute timer. Okay, so it's 9:47 right now. I just finished my first 30-minute writing sprint and I managed to get 186 words. I'm almost done this second scene, although I'm realizing that it's actually kind of 2 scenes, but they're really short. And I feel like it makes sense for me to add the first bit of the second scene to the end of the first scene. Like it makes sense to do that. So I think that's what I'm going to do during my next writing session, and then just finish out this scene and then get started on scene 3. We're moving here. We're moving, we're grooving, and it's feeling really good. I'm feeling very accomplished already so far. Originally what I was planning on doing was spending 1 sprint doing Ben work and then alternating and doing Preptober horror novella work and just going back and forth like that. But I think I want to do at least 2 sprints in a row for each project because I don't want to hop back and forth too much into the different headspaces. I feel like that's going to be a little bit much for me. So since I'm kind of in the headspace of Ben, I want to do at least 1 more sprint just working on Ben, and then I'll switch over to the horror novella. I actually haven't decided how long my breaks should be. I'll do 20-minute breaks. Yeah, I think I'll do a 20-minute productive break and then get back into my creative sprints. It's 10:25 right now. I'm gonna start my second creative writing sprint. Like I was saying before, I think I'm gonna move the first part of this scene into the end of the previous scene because it makes sense. It's kind of a continuation of that first scene. I don't know why I separated it like this, like why I made it a separate, like, I mean, I kind of get it. I kind of get why I did that, but I think I can add it to the end of scene 1. So I'm gonna do that right now. And then I'm gonna just expand a little bit more on this scene, but It's pretty short. I don't think it needs to be dragged out very much. And honestly, in later drafts, it might not make it through, you know? It might not make it to the final draft, but we'll see. This is what we're doing for this draft. Okay, so I just finished the second sprint. That one felt a lot shorter. It felt like it went by really quick. So I don't know how many words I got during that sprint, but I'm currently at 260 words for the day. I have finished scene 2 and I am partway through scene 3. I definitely think I can finish scene 3 in the next writing sprint, so I'm really excited about that. But yeah, I'm going to do my 20-minute break now and try to finish cleaning my room. I definitely did not finish cleaning. I only managed to fold the giant pile of laundry that I've had sitting there for a few days, so... Okay, so it's about 11:30. I'm about to start my third writing sprint of the day. Very exciting. I've decided to stick with Ben for this third sprint and see if I can finish scene 3 and get started on scene 4. And then I'm gonna take a longer break for lunch. I'm probably gonna take an hour. And then when I get back from lunch, I'll start my read through and prep work for my nano novella. So that's the plan. I'm actually feeling good today. I forget how good I can feel when I'm actually doing the things that I love, and you know, I'm eating well and drinking enough water. Like, I had a bowel movement today that was excellent. I'm just feeling really good. It feels so good to be doing the things that I love to do, you know? And I can't wait to be done with work so that I can do this full time again, you know? That being said, I might actually be going into another show almost immediately after I finish with the show that I'm currently on. Nothing is official yet, and I do have something going on at the end of November, which I'll talk more about later. I'll talk more about it all later. It's fine. Right now we're doing some Ben work. Okay, so I just finished my third sprint for the day. I am sitting at 408 words for the day so far. Not bad. I'm at 98,808. During that sprint, I managed to finish scene 3, and then I had started going into scene 4, and I decided that I don't want that scene in this draft. I mean, it was very small. It was a very short scene, and it's just, I talked about it in my last vlog. It's just, like, I kind of get what it's saying. I kind of get what the point was, but I don't like it. I don't think it's good enough, and I think I can get that same kind of beat in a different way. So I've taken it out. So now I have 6 scenes in this chapter, but I think I might, I don't know, I haven't decided yet. Scene 4, scene 4 is the scene where I need to figure out a big chunk of things that are said. So this is actually a good place for me to kind of switch over to doing my horror novella prep, because it's I still don't quite know. So yeah, I took out that scene. I need to figure out how to incorporate that kind of beat into either scene 4, or maybe I'll write a new scene just different. But I also feel like, and I think this is one of the reasons why I don't like that short scene, I feel like the thing that happens in this next scene that I'm about to start writing, that I need to figure out a bunch of stuff that is said, that thing that happens, I feel like there isn't enough to prompt it to happen. Like, there isn't enough before this thing that makes it make sense that it would happen. Like, it feels forced. It feels like there's just not enough reason for this to happen. So I know that doesn't really make sense because I can't actually talk about what it is, because I don't want to spoil anything, but that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out right now. It's what I'm struggling with a little bit, is just, and I think it's something that I'll have to actually go further back and weave in through these last couple chapters. But definitely in this chapter, I want to make sure that the thing that happens is justified. Like, there's a clear, like, okay, there's like a build up and it makes sense, you know? So I need to figure that out. But that'll be for my next writing session. I feel good about the progress I've made so far in Ben today. It's just after 12:15. I'm gonna make some lunch now. And then yeah, I'll get into some NaNoWriMo Preptober stuff. I might actually also put on a horror movie while I'm making lunch and eating lunch and stuff, just to kind of get as many birds with one stone as possible. Okay, so I took a longer lunch break than I had originally planned, but it's okay. It was mostly productive. I watched a movie. I watched Seed of Chucky. It was really good. It was so much fun. And I also offloaded what I have so far of the vlog, and right now I'm just kind of importing all the stuff into Final Cut. So while that's happening, I'm going to get into my next creative sprint, and I'm gonna work on my horror novella nano Preptober stuff. So all I'm gonna be doing for this sprint is reading over the script and kind of just making notes of stuff, And then my next sprint, I'll be creating my Scrivener document for this story. Okay, it's 2:30. I need to do this sprint and then do some more cleaning. Okay, so I went a little bit over my 30-minute sprint just because I only had 10 pages left and I really wanted to finish reading over it in a single sprint. I didn't want to have to break it up. So I finished reading the story and I like it. I do like it. I remember at the time when I was in school, I wrote it as kind of, you know, my first attempt at writing like a horror or like spooky kind of story. And it was very much like an homage, a little nod to Stephen King. And I definitely see hints of, you know, It and Carrie. I really like horror stories with like kids in it. It by Stephen King was one of the first books that got me into Stephen King and got me into kind of the horror genre. So I like that I can kind of feel hints of that in this story. That being said, I have a lot of questions. There's just like a lot of unanswered questions, a lot of like, huh? Like what? But yeah, I'm excited to kind of brainstorm this story a bit more. I think what I'm gonna do in my next session is I'll start the Scrivener document and I'll make character profiles of the characters that I currently have. I'm not gonna actually write anything in there. I'm just gonna set it up. I'm just gonna get it started. I think that's all I'll have time for today because I do need to leave in a little bit to go have dinner at my parents' place, but I also really wanted to finish cleaning my apartment before I leave for the evening. So I'm gonna do that. But first, so a few weeks ago I was at Whole Foods and in their little refrigerated section they had these little parfaits and I saw this cookies and cream parfait and I had it and it was so good. Like it was so damn good. So now this is gonna be kind of my Sunday ritual where I get a little parfait from the grocery store and that's my little sweet dessert for the weekend. So, oh my God. I really wish that you guys could smell and taste this because oh my God, why is that so good? I could make this at home. This is one of my favorite things ever. Oh my God. Anyway, I'm gonna finish eating this and then do some cleaning before my next creative sprint. Hi, so today is November 1st, okay? I got home from work a little while ago. It's 9:44 p.m. Happy NaNoWriMo. I want to get some writing done. I do want to get some writing done. I need to be up at like 6-ish tomorrow morning to go to work, so I can't stay up too late. So the last thing I did on the 30th, the Sunday, was start a Scrivener document for my horror novella. I still don't have a name for it. Like I don't have a temporary title like Ben for my horror novella, and I don't want to keep saying horror novella because the more I say it, the harder it gets to say. And so the only thing I've actually done in this document is just created the different character profiles. I haven't put any information into the little pages, but I have created the pages and they're all named. Right now I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters. It's a pretty contained cast of characters so far, and I think it's gonna mostly stay that way. So under notes I have the script that I'm gonna be copying and pasting in there, and then I have a document for the chapter and scene outline. That's all I've got so far. And so as far as the horror novella, what I'm mainly going to be working on this month for Nano is probably the like scene and chapter outline and getting my characters figured out and just getting the story really fleshed out. So I don't know if I'm going to be getting to any real drafting for this book. We will see. The real drafting is going to be coming from Ben. I'm going to end this vlog here. In my next vlog, I'll go over kind of what my starting stats are for Ben and all that stuff. I'm going to try, I really want to do weekly vlogs for NaNoWriMo, so we'll see. I want to get Ben done. I'm just gonna do my best, okay? Let me know how your Preptober went. Let me know what you're working on. Let me know how things are going. Let me know what you're reading. Let me know what you're watching, all that stuff. So thank you so much for watching, and if you got to the end of this video, comment down below, stay gold, because you are golden. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.